My name is Kimika. I will be leading this presentation. I'm the head event organizer representing Virtual Space Program at Vket 2025 Summer. And yes, here is the full schedule of events. As you can see, we've planned a bunch of things, and this is only the first of those things. The next thing we'll be doing is on, Thursday, July 16th, or for North America, and Friday, July 17th for Europe and Europe and Asia, where we'll be doing some stuff with astronomy, so like radio telescopes, those things, and also astrophysics. We'll be visiting a particle accelerator, and the world creator of that particle accelerator will actually be joining us to show us the world that he made. Let's see. Okay, that's that. There were other things. For those of you who don't know about VSP, which I assume is most of you because this is a Japanese group that is not all too well known outside Japan. It's a Japanese group for people interested in aerospace engineering, space science, and adjacent topics. They have, I guess, four main specializations: orbital rocketry, spacecraft, astronomy, and astrophysics. And I mostly know things about orbital rocketry and spacecraft, but I'll do the best I can with everything else. English speakers are welcome to join, even though it is a mostly Japanese group. I would know that because I wrote the text on this poster, which is it's in English. So yes, we don't have that many active English speaking members, but you are welcome to join and try to get involved if you are interested. If you want to join the group, where is it? I should let me drop this group pedestal. Okay, I'll throw that down there for anyone who wants to join the group. And I have very much noticed that the cultural expectation, like the cultural norms surrounding event etiquette, are quite different between the Japanese community and the English community. It is much more normal for English World Tour events to just be social events where people happen to be walking around, but like we do expect you to be paying attention, and we do require you to not interfere with other people's ability to pay attention to and learn from the tour content. I have this list of policies because I've learned the hard way that I need to spell these things out, so I'm just going to read this out. 1, don't push buttons unless a presenter explicitly directs you to do so. You will be immediately removed from the event with no further warning if you push buttons without permission. 2, if someone is actively presenting something, go far away from the main tour group if you need to have some side conversation unrelated to the event topic. 3, if someone is actively presenting something, hold your questions until the presenter asks for them. 4, do not place or use stickers or items, especially noisemakers. Prints relevant to the event are okay. 5, set your avatars to a reasonable size, not more than 1.80 meters. Stow any large accessories such as wings, horns, or tails, and do not use avatar sound effects. 6, dress appropriately, as in choose clothes that would be appropriate if you're going to a non-virtual space museum. Final decision what's appropriate is at my discretion. 7, do not use copyright infringing avatars. And 8, if you publicly share photos of this event, you grant the event personnel permission to use those photos for official purposes with credit. With limited exceptions to be noted later, anyone is welcome to live stream the review of this event. So if I recall, one of you said you were live streaming. Oh, they must be gone now. Okay. But yeah, so the first worlds in our tour today will be Spaceport Key, which is made by Minoru. This is the launch site for Kairos, a small satellite launch vehicle being developed by a private company called Space One. I'll explain more about that when we get there, of course. Some navigation things. There is this map. You can use this map to teleport to different viewing locations in the world if you just click on the red squares there. And then there's this control panel. Don't click anything on it. Thanks. Next world is Uchinura Space Center, made by Yutiro 528. This is Japan's main launch site for solid propellant rockets. We'll be seeing Epsilon and Mu V, some more recent rockets, as well as Lambda 4S5, Japan's first successful orbital rocket. Yeah. There is also a map here that you can use to teleport things. We will be using that a bunch. And you don't need to memorize this. You don't need to memorize any of this. Don't push these cubes. They control the rocket launch animations, and I'll be really annoyed if somebody pushes them before I'm ready. Like, I promise this will be fun, but I just need to explain these things. the last world in our tour will be Tanegashima Space Center. This world was made by S. Asagiri. This is Japan's main launch site for liquid propellant rockets, and it was recently updated to include the H330S variant of Japan's H3 rocket. For anyone wondering, that is Japan's first rocket, Japan's first orbital rocket that doesn't use any solid rocket motors. Well, it's written on there, but at the request of the world's creator, Vket staff, ambassadors, GAs, collab streamers, and similar are prohibited from live streaming in this world. Or any of does that description apply to any of you? I don't think it does. As far as I'm aware. Anyone else is welcome to live stream there, though. Navigation things. That button teleports you into the front of the vehicle assembly building, and then you can teleport using this map to two other viewing locations. To go inside the vehicle assembly building, because we will be doing that, you'll go around the right side of the building, around the side walls, and then you'll see a section of the wall with an interesting texture that you can walk through because there's no collider. Again, you do not need to memorize this, but might be useful if you get lost. And don't push those things. Those are important. Okay, that is as much as I need to say about this. I promise this will be fun and that you will enjoy it and that you will see cool things. Are you excited?
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's freaking
cool.
go.
Let me call up the first world. Where is it? Where is it?
Let's go, yay!
This one. Group.
Oh, it's water heater thing. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Check.
I can't turn it off. Do I have
Okay,
my suppression on? I have noise suppression on.
Here we go. Let's go. Everyone go.
Will he do it?
Oh.
Okay, well. You know what I'm going to say. Change your avatar to something that isn't gross copyright infringement.
It's not. Literally, it's just a hair color and nothing
Here
else
we go.
related to
Oh,
it's
boy.
skin color.
The intent to infringe on a copyright could not be more
It
obvious.
is not. It is the character doesn't look like that.
I'm leaving.
Like, I will consult with the VSP staff about this later. But like,
I'm closer friends with the staff than you are, and I'm gonna file a formal complaint. Okay, I'm gonna file a formal complaint with them because this is bullshit. You kick people out just because they have the same fucking hair color as a character, as an anime character. Like shit, this avatar looks more like a Uma Musume character than her character does. So I'm leaving too.
What do you mean?
okay, let's continue.
What do you mean, like them?
Hello.
Let's go in that case. Let's go. All right, let's start. Let's start. Okay. Where's my cue sheet? Where's my cue sheet?
Well, by the way, if we don't want to like see rockets, we can go to like the Minecraft world.
Wait, where's my cue sheet? I have too many windows open on my other computer. Where's my cue sheet?
Sorry.
Okay, here.
We are going to see
Okay.
we and Japanese spice things.
All right. So, all right, I found my cue sheet. So, this is Kairos. This rocket is developed by Space One, which is a private company in Japan. It's partnered with more established companies like IHI, but it is a relatively secretive private company in Japan, so they don't make that much information public about their systems. So this rocket consists of 3 solid stages and 1 liquid stage, and it's currently capable of 150 to 250 kilograms to orbit, depending on like what trajectory it's going to. Future iterations are planned to use a more advanced upper stage for greater payload to orbit. Let's see. The most obvious target market for this rocket seems to be like government quick response missions. So like let's say the government loses a satellite and they need to quickly replace it. That's the sort of mission that this rocket system seems to be geared towards. So yeah. And there's been a lot of talk about that in like the Japanese Ministry of Defense, but it's unclear exactly how that demand will shape up in the future. This rocket has launched 3 times so far, and like all of the launches have been unsuccessful. It is still in development. The first and third launches failed because of an overly eager flight termination system. On flight 1, the motor overperformance caused the rocket to go very slightly out of the nominal trajectory, and the flight termination system computer's thresholds were too narrow to account for this. And on the third flight, one of the 2 flight termination systems computers failed, so the system just went off. And for context, the flight termination system, what that does, it ruptures the rocket motor casings in order to disable the propulsion and render the rocket inert, basically, so that it isn't an unnecessarily great danger to anything downrange. Because like if the mission fails, you don't want the rocket both going out of control and continuing to boost in some direction. You want it to break up into manageably sized debris. And so on flight 2, the rocket failed because of a loss of attitude control about a minute into flight. So let's see. Let me just pull up the here. Open up control panel. SPT. Okay, so this is the service structure that's going to roll back now. Look that way. The service structure's rolling back. You'll see there's like very minimal servicing equipment. A lot of other rockets, you need like a huge tower with hoses going into the rocket. But this system, it's meant to be like, it needs minimal servicing in order to, or like minimal ground support equipment in order to launch once it's ready to go. Like one big objective of this program is just minimize the number of personnel involved in launch operations, and that's a big part of it. If I can pull up this, hold on. Go. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Haha. You can see. Does anyone want to guess what this smoke contrail is made out of? It is. Does anyone know some chemistry? Like some. Oh, oops. Does anyone know some rocket chemistry?
No.
Okay, so it's mostly aluminium oxide because what is it? Like solid rocket motors, they usually use a composition where there's some aluminium metal in the composition. The aluminium metal burns at very high temperature, which results in higher exhaust velocity and more efficiency. So then you get a stream of like aluminium oxide that gets expelled through the nozzle along with the other things. Okay, that's that. Come over here. Oh, okay. So this here thing, this is a, oops. Thank you. Wait, don't put it underground. So this is a model of the landscape surrounding the launch site. And so The launch site is actually. Oops. This thing's a bit tricky. The launch site is. Oh dear. All right. So the
I
launch
can try
site.
to help.
It's right. Please do. Thanks. The launch site's right here, and then there are a few other viewing locations around this landscape. I don't think the rocket launch animation syncs properly to these, but we can go have a look at the other locations if you'd like. Hello.
Ah.
All right, come here, come here, come here. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right, so click the red square in the top right.
Oh. Mhm.
Oh, it's a beach.
Wow. So Wakayama place. So
Yes.
Wakayama
Right.
place. Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
beach.
My view distance.
Yeah. So somewhere over one of these hills is where the rocket launches. I think it is. I think it is. I think it's somewhere that way where the rocket launches. So if you look at videos from like when this rocket actually launches, a lot are taken from places like this, and you can see the rocket going up over the hills. Okay. Now if you click
See where my
this,
camera beam is
click
from.
the one in the bottom left now.
I don't think we can see the launch site. It's
Well,
probably
we
further
can't.
than the far plane.
We can't directly see the launch site from here, but if the rocket launches, then you would be able to see it from here. I don't think the animation syncs properly to this area, though.
Which one?
Oh, I missed it. Which one was it? Okay. Which one was it? I don't think it was this one.
I believe we were on the bottom left.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I haven't seen
guess
him. No.
You just press respawn. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, let's. All right, stand in front of the rocket. Face me. Stand about where you are. Come get a bit closer together. Group photos are important. So.
Thank you.
hold on.
Okay.
We just anchor this.
Here. Okay. Now I'll get in the photo.
Yes.
Okay.
Note that I won't actually use this photo. It's just to show what everyone's doing. Spirit of the group photo.
It's always hard to find these shots where you launch the rocket behind the people, but yeah, you would die. You would die if you stood here while the rocket was actually launching. You would not survive that. Okay, let's wait for the
We
rocket.
got the
Okay.
power plot.
Wait, what? Oops.
I'm built different.
Yeah. Yes,
We need
we
a shower to remove the aluminum oxide stuff right now.
Yeah, we have VR chat armor. That's better than plot armor, right?
Damn.
Let's
They're
wait for
saying
the-
I'm now just covered in it. This is gonna be
Probably.
a pain to clean.
I mean, realistically, you would have been turned to turned to like carbon dioxide by now. But yes. Okay. Look at the camera.
Oh, we're doing.
Okay.
Wait, my body.
Alright. Now let's get moving to the next world.
My tracking was on.
So, a satellite rocket.
What is it?
What kind of, like,
yeah,
what's this rocket?
Sorry, I got like
Just
the
kind of
worst stick drift on
satellite?
the entire
Yeah,
platform.
small-
So if I go inside of you, I
small
apologize.
satellites, like 150 to 250.
It's not intentional, I swear.
Mm.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any
Me
questions
too,
about
me
this
too.
before we move to the next world?
I'm sorry. My English is not good. For the frying this rocket, almost how much energy will be used?
I don't have a number for you off the top of my head in joules. I'm sorry.
Okay.
A
Thank you
lot.
so much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Very a lot. So, yeah.
Oh, what about the rocket over there?
I believe that's. I don't actually know what that is. I think that's some unguided suborbital rocket that was made by Space One, but I don't know the details. It's hard to get information about certain things when a lot of it is only in Japanese, and I am not good at searching for information in Japanese.
Oh, then.
Yeah.
I also don't
Okay.
know.
Create instance. Create instance. There we go.
Maybe.
Everyone, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh. Help dogs. I know.
Why was I momentarily running in 20 FPS?
Everybody loading in? I don't know.
Okay. So this is the Epsilon. Hey, stay here. Stay with me. Okay. So this rocket is Epsilon. Where's my cue sheets? No. So this facility, Uchinura Space Center, it's used for launching solid propellant rockets, so such as Epsilon and Mu V or Mu 5, depending on how you think that should be read. So this here rocket, Mu V, it was in operation from 1997 to 2006, and it flew 7 times. Most famously, it was used to launch Hayabusa, the asteroid sample return mission. So if you see on the side where it says MV5, that's the serial number of the rocket that was Mars mission, though that was unsuccessful, and it also launched multiple astronomy satellites. Let's launch it. Okay. You like what you see?
Oh, them.
Yep.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that this is a small rocket in absolute terms. There are big rockets that are way bigger than this. Okay.
Small.
By the way, yes, the flight controllers are counting every individual second out loud on the launch controller audio. That is something they're doing.
Quite the job.
I don't know why they do that in Japan, but that is what they do. Okay. Rocket switch. Okay. So this rocket, this is Epsilon. And this is Epsilon. And this was in operation from 2013 to 2022. It flew 6 times. It was the successor of MUV, and it used the H-2A solid rocket boosters as the first stage to streamline production and lower the cost. H-2A is the main liquid propellant rocket that Japan was using at the time, and it has 2 or 4 of the first stage motors here as solid rocket boosters on the side of the first stage to give it extra power at launch. And the main payloads were like astronomy satellites and small technology demonstration satellites. Epsilon S has been planned as a successor to Epsilon. It uses the solid rocket boosters of H3, Japan's new liquid propellant rocket, as the first stage, and it has redesigned upper stages for enhanced performance. However, there have been a bunch of test failures for the Epsilon S second stage, and it seems like their plan is to use the old Epsilon second stage as an interim solution until those things get fixed, so that they can have at least some capability like this. So let me play this animation.
Thermal batteries activation.
Wow.
Solid motor side jet ignition. The launch vehicle is now flying over the Pacific Ocean to the southeast at an angle of 121.4 degrees.
It launches and it turns out to the south. It's going south because it's launching these payloads to a trajectory that orbits over the poles. The previous one went pretty much straight east, so that it could, because that was an interplanetary mission, and so it just needed as much velocity as possible relative to the Earth for it to escape. Any questions?
Quite the angle. It's quite the angle.
Yeah, it is. These solid rockets, they pitch over very early in flight because they have such a high thrust to weight ratio. If they try to pitch over later, then they might have, well, actually, they might just have too much inertia from the initial boost phase to pitch over to the trajectory that you would want. So
Yeah.
that's So
When
that's
it
what we
was
have here.
started like pitching that way, I thought it was gonna come right back down and hit the ocean.
Oh.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it was just the
sometimes.
animation but
Yeah.
like
Sometimes there are things that look sort of scary in rocket launch animations or actual rocket launches. That's one of them. Okay, follow me.
Yeah. Wow,
All right, I guess we're going through the rocket.
after permission.
Rocket. Oh.
Oh.
No wonder I recognize. Isn't it from Cosmoria? No wonder I recognized it.
Yes, this is in Cosmoria.
I found I recognized it.
Yeah, so let's see. And you'll notice that the attention to detail is pretty crazy. Like you can see, these are thrust vectoring actuators here. They rotate the nozzle to control the direction of the thrust. And if you look here, I guess this is like the like high pressure hot gas seal that they have between the motor casing itself and the nozzle. Bad things happen if you have leakage here, because then you have hot gas spraying out the side of your rocket where it's not supposed to be spraying out. The only failure of the H-2A rocket was caused by a failure of a gas seal, or failure of, I don't remember exactly what it was, but gas leakage out the side of a solid rocket booster that caused the booster separation system to fuse together, such that the booster could not be jettisoned. So that's that. And then this here is a roll control system, which actually, I think it uses like a small solid rocket motor that can be fired in controlled pulses. I'm fuzzy on the details, but these little pods on the sides here, these are for roll control. Okay. So then, if you look inside here, you see how this isn't just a cylinder? You see how there are like grooves or cut into it? So that is to regulate the burn rate of the propellants, because with a solid rocket motor, you're not actually you don't actually have combustion in the solid. What happens is that material at the surface of the solid gets vaporized, and then those materials mix and combust in the gas phase. So your burn rate is proportional to the amount of exposed surface area that where propellant can be vaporized before it combusts. And then there's that. So that's how you provide like throttling control for a solid rocket motor. You can't just control it by changing the amount of propellant that's going in, because all the propellant is there, but you do have a way to get some sort of control. This here's an igniter. This material is actually pretty hard to ignite. So you have this thing which has multiple stages of pyrotechnic compositions.
Kimika, someone has a question.
What? I don't know what that means.
Throttle.
I mean, there's no way to actively control it mid-flight. The throttling effect is like it's governed entirely by the geometry in which this propellant is cast into the booster. Yeah. But wait, this thing. You have multiple stages of pyrotechnic composition, and it fires hot gas all the way down the core of the rocket motor, and that's used to hopefully ignite everything at once. Now, if you look at these smaller motors on the upper stages, you don't have something like that because these motors are smaller. So instead, you just have a smaller igniter in the nozzle of the rocket motor, which will do the same thing. You'll also notice that there's an extendable nozzle here, which for the upper stages, because the way rocket motor performance works, if you expand your exhaust more, it's going out the back of your rocket motor at higher speed, which means that for the same mass of propellant, your rocket gains more momentum in the forward direction by conservation of momentum. So then, or by Newton's third law, you get the idea. So then, this thing, to reduce the length of the rocket, you have this like deployable extension. So once you jettison this stage, this extends out, and then you have a big nozzle that goes all the way out to like here. It's more efficient. Yes. This here on the front end, this is the payload. This is Hayabusa, one of the most famous spacecraft in the Japanese space program. Yes. It collected material from the asteroid Itokawa and brought it back to Earth. There's actually the story is really, really amazing for like how they brought this home, because so many things went wrong. Well, like just a lot of things went wrong during the mission. But somehow, like the team who worked on the mission managed to the team that worked on the mission managed to find viable enough workarounds for every single one of those problems. And this thing came home with about 1 gram of material from an asteroid, which is which made Japan the first country to successfully recover material from an asteroid and bring it back to Earth. I will say more things about the story of Hayabusa during one of my other events, but this is a really important piece of Japanese spaceflight heritage, and you all need to know about it. Here's another model of Hayabusa. This is what it looks like with the solar panels and the surface sampler deployed. So this surface sampler, it's basically a space gun. There is a tantalum bullet that gets shot out of it, and that kicks up debris from an asteroid, and hopefully some of that debris will float up into the sample return canister, where it can be returned to Earth. That's how it works. Again, I'll talk more about this later. Okay.
No, you just stood there. I was like, oh, damn.
Not like a little claw that comes up.
No, nothing.
Gun. Yeah.
I send you Discord and
Running up to an asteroid and shooting it point blank.
See.
So this is Osumi, Japan's first successful satellite, which was launched on a Lambda 4S5. This ball at the back is actually the fourth stage solid rocket motor of the Lambda 4S5 rocket, and then the payload, the actual like science payload, instrumentation, etc., is all in this hat-looking compartment. So this is actually quite similar to what the United States used on its first satellite, Explorer 1, where the back of it was actually a solid rocket motor, and then the front half had a bunch of instrumentation. So now we'll go look at the launch animation for this thing. Follow me. Okay. So, all right, everyone, come here. Now click on the the picture in the middle of a rocket launching. If you mouse over it, it should say 1972-11 L4S5 launch. So come here and click on this thing. Are you there? Okay, here. Click on this. Okay. So this here, hey, don't push the button. I will be very mad at you if you push the button. Okay. Yes. So this is Japan's first orbital launch vehicle. It's all solid propellants, and the first three stages have absolutely no guidance. It just passively tilts over to the orientation that's needed using like spin stabilization, aerodynamic control with the fins, and like what's called a gravity turn. So there's like no actual guidance on most of the rocket. Later rockets in Japan use like more advanced guidance systems. There were a bunch of odd political considerations, but in the time when this was being developed, Japan was very concerned about like their rocketry program creating the impression that it was being developed for military purposes. So like this system has absolutely zero military utility because it has no guidance. But later on, Japan became more willing to allow rockets to use advanced guidance systems like MUVI and Epsilon. Those are guided all the way up. But yeah. And also the launch rail, you'll see that the rocket's angled over. That's because this initial orientation is required for the rocket to passively tilt over to the required final orientation. And yes. The launch rail is actually on display in Tokyo somewhere, and there's a replica of this rocket attached to it. So I want to go there and see it sometime. I see my Japanese friends posting about it on Twitter all the time. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah,
look at the
please
rocket
come.
now. I'll start the animation.
Oh.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I would shake a hand, but my right controller is broken.
Salut les rebelles.
So,
He said it had no guidance.
well, there it
So
goes.
it wouldn't be a
Wow.
J'ai raté le départ. It wouldn't be a military missile. I forget what he said it was for.
It's the thing of
The
like
rocket's really fast,
Les
right?
règles, faut pas appuyer sur les boutons, il faut.
the thing with like
Yeah.
Soyuz and stuff that like really
Tu gardes les mains dans les poches.
scared everyone
Oh.
is that, you know, the ability to put a thing
The
into
smoke
orbit in
is
a very
quite
specific
impressive.
place also means you have the ability
Yeah.
to put something
En gros, c'est
a bit
une
short of
session en
orbit in a
anglais
very
avec,
specific
Wow.
place. And
Yes,
Mhm.
ballistic
Vulgaire
they're
missiles.
trying very hard to
Yeah, Mineko-san, do you know?
Okay.
Not make it look like
Does anyone have
not scare
questions?
people.
Does anyone have questions?
le map des.
Ouais, trop bien.
Des sites de lancement.
So, hello Trey.
Well, this
Just want to
one-
say, welcome to the stream, but
small science payloads.
Oh,
the
yeah.
tour is here, and
This was
because I
meant to
don't really know you,
demonstrate
I've rejected your friend
capability.
request. So,
Hmm.
maybe sometime. I
This
just
was
need to get to know you
demonstrate
better.
The capability of operating an orbital rocket in Japan. Japan later developed systems which were more capable of delivering practical payloads, but like,
We can calculate if we
Yeah.
find how much fuel and use and what kind of fuel.
okay, let's take a group photo in front of the launch rail. Everyone gather in front of the launch rail. Oh, I need to wait for the rocket to reset.
But you're welcome to watch the stream. I mean, if you can't find the tour, the tour should be visible. It's being run for a Virtual Market Global team. Okay, group photo. Hold on.
See.
So does mine.
So basically, the
Okay.
group photo will be something like this. I just anchored it for the moment.
Okay. Everyone look there. All right, ready?
Liam, you might be blocking some shorter people.
Yes, short people stand in the front. This is this is just like the kindergarten class photo.
Camera's somewhere in that direction.
Yay. Okay. All right then. So, all right, we're making okay enough time. Let me see, is there something else? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. Everyone respawn.
Well, fair. I mean, you can join the tour if you want. It's a Vket instance, so yeah. We're just respawning.
Wrong lever.
Okay, no, come here. So now we'll teleport to another area. So there's a red star here. There's a red star. Click. Click.
Oh. And so big.
Yep. Okay. So this here is the this here is the launch facility for the. This here's where some suborbital rockets are launched. So this is over there we have S310 and S520 and also SS520. So S310 and S520 are single stage rockets that's they don't have any guidance. They're just used to launch something up and then it comes back down. The payload doesn't go fast enough to stay in orbit. And so it's mostly used for either upper atmospheric observation, so like weather related studies, and short duration testing of hardware and microgravity. So like I recall a while ago, or not that long ago, they launched a rotating detonation engine, which is a interesting type of rocket engine that has been the subject of much research lately. So they made a rotating detonation engine, launched it on the suborbital trajectory, and then they tested the process of firing that engine while it was in microgravity when it was in microgravity in vacuum while it was on its trajectory through space. And then I believe they were able to. I don't actually remember if they covered that, but yes. So there's that. They can use these for validating some sorts of hardware, in addition to weather observation. And then SS-520, the slightly taller rocket in the back there, that is the smallest orbital rocket in the world, or at least it is with an additional third stage on it. It can launch like 10 kilograms into low Earth orbit. It uses the same sort of technique as the Lambda 4S rocket, where it has like minimal guidance. It just passively pitches over to where it needs to go, and so that, I suppose, allows them to save on a lot of mass and complexity. It isn't useful for much in terms of delivering practical payloads, but again, it is like an engineering technology demonstrator more than anything else. What?
Light, I think.
Oh. I thought you were insulting my abilities as a tour guide, but okay. 10 kilograms is not that much, indeed. It's like... You ever seen 10 liters of water? That's 10 kilograms. Which I realize is not a great way to explain what 10 kilograms is. Anyways.
Explain that in American units.
22 pounds.
Freedom units. Oh,
Ah, mais c'est un
A bit under a 24 pack of water balls.
We jokingly call it freedom units, but tish.
Okay, so this is S520 on the launch rail. This is what it looks like. Again, it's angled over so that it goes up and then it goes down in the sea. And yes, this is what it looks like when it's set to launch. Similarly to what we saw with Kairos, there isn't really that much additional ground support equipment. This is a solid rocket motor, so all the propellant is already loaded. There aren't like hoses for loading commodities like fuel and oxidizer into the rocket. So yes, this is what this looks like. I don't actually remember what that the gray building over there is for. All I know is that it was torn down about a year ago, and I know that a lot of my friends were sad about it. So, yep. Okay.
I mean, you can always have buildings just to store stuff and do stuff.
Yeah, I always had the impression that the rockets launched out of that box building as if it was some sort of silo launcher, until I realized, oh wait, the rail is just behind the box and the camera's in front of the box. I didn't actually realize that until I saw this world. I always thought that thing was just a silo launcher type thing, which I don't know what they would gain from launching the rocket out from inside a building, but I don't know. No, storing the UFOs. Since you mentioned UFOs, I have access to the alien room in the space museum that this group made. It's great. You can also get into the alien room because somebody left the passcode sitting on a post-it on the wall. So
look for that.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay. So another place where we can go, some radio antennas. So click here. 34-meter antenna.
Speaking of UFOs.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
But I have watched.
Okay, so this is a radio antenna. These antennas are used for communication with rockets and satellites. Maintaining communication is very important during when you're launching a rocket, because, well, the most important thing, I was mentioning something about flight termination systems earlier. Most Japanese rockets have flight termination systems that are activated by ground-controlled commands. So if the rocket is doing something
The
stupid,
world
you need to
is
blow it up before it does more stupid things.
Uchinora Space Center.
You need to have radio
I
communication.
can't really show it
blow
on
it up.
the UI right now because I'm doing the stream.
Kairos
I
is a
can't.
different story because they tried to make that
Basically a
system
Space
entirely
Center world.
automated with onboard computers, but in this case, yeah. If you look down, okay, if you look down there, If you look down there,
Mm.
you can see the
Mm.
you can see a nice view of the facility.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, okay. Now wait here, and I'm going to go start the rocket launch animation. Actually, I'll put up a
Yeah.
camera behind. I'll put up a camera behind you lot so that I can get a nice photo even though I won't be in it. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Nobody move. Nobody move. I'm going to go start the rocket launch animation.
Yes, yes.
Thermal batteries activation. Solid motor sun jet ignition.
I kind of need help. They almost immediately do a turn.
Là, c'est que des
The launch vehicle is now flying over the Pacific Ocean to the southeast at an angle of 121.4 degrees.
No.
1 minute into flight.
Counting from after the departure.
The flight is confirmed for nominal.
That's as far as I can zoom in.
Stay here. I want to shoot that again.
I don't know.
Yep, it's going again.
Oh, you heard the man. We're doing it again.
So that was the rocket with Hayabusa on it. So it's going to go 5 billion kilometers and then return home. Exciting, right? Yep. All right.
Didn't know. Didn't know Japanese space program could get a rocket turn around in 5 minutes.
What?
C'est dommage qu'il n'y ait pas le décalage.
Didn't know the Japanese space program can get a rocket turn around in 5 minutes.
I think you mean 30 seconds.
Speed running.
Yeah, this is not how fast real rocket turnaround times work. Rockets are yeah, rockets are
on the ground.
yeah, they are slow. Integrating rockets is a slow process, and yeah, well.
70.
See, is there something else I want? Is there something else I want to show y'all here? I guess that's a bit of a pain to reach. Let's just respawn.
Yeah, I think they're about the same. So
Okay. Let's get some group photos in front of this rocket too. Group photos are important in
I love hella
in our
hydrocarbons.
culture. You love inhaling aluminium oxide and hydrochloric acid. Yeah, did I tell you all that there's hydrochloric acid in the exhaust?
Part of the
Soupy? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, part of the
Quite right.
you found my name.
It does have like a lot of chlorine in the in the chemistry, right?
Yeah, because of the ammonium perchlorates.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. People have tried finding more exotic oxidizers, and it doesn't work because ammonium perchlorate can be cheaply made in bulk by electrolysis, and most of the alternatives can't. Okay. Everyone stand under the rocket. Like, okay, actually, that's... Yeah, where Ace is, that's great.
This is a good idea.
Yeah, that's,
It's a little cold.
Yep,
out.
everyone. Yep.
C'est pas une bonne idée.
No, it's a little.
One
You know, this would be perfect for. This would be perfect during the winter.
Let's stay in the road like there.
One
Yeah, right.
Japanese space Twitter. One funny thing we basically get risers to take our kindergarten class group photo too for free. Yay.
Okay, yay.
Yeah, okay. So actually one funny thing you'll see on Japanese space Twitter sometimes is that people derive a non-trivial amount of amusement from looking up rocket nozzles because rocket nozzles are sort of like skirts. So, yeah.
I guess I should show you the photos I took of the Saturn V a while ago, or like a couple of months ago.
Don't look. No, don't look.
I promise we
See a funny
like fun.
photo?
We just like a very strange type of fun. Okay.
I can
so-
show what the Saturn V looks like.
It's an attractive
Alright,
looking rocket.
stay here. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay.
Oh no.
Can I really make it Pamela done?
So they said this would.
No, you wouldn't.
It was saved.
No, he wouldn't.
Oh.
You wouldn't turn us all into plasma, would he?
Yep. I just want to say it was nice knowing you all. I just want to say it was nice knowing you all, and I love the tour, and may we meet in another virtual life.
Player doesn't affect me as much as you guys, so good luck, you guys.
Don't worry, I have my
This will be
PPE.
memorable, right, guys?
Well, I have a high vis on.
I have a hard hat on.
You're safe.
Oh wait, what's that? Wait, look up.
I'm
Look
definitely
at the
safe.
smoke. Starting.
Ah, yeah, buddy. At least they're counting.
This is... Yeah.
I don't know how the human survived, but I would have been fine.
I'm sure you're okay. Yes.
I'm sure I'm okay. I don't know what the human are being.
All these squishy humans. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we. Yeah, we should probably go to the next world soon. Take another photo with people standing here.
Okay.
Right on
All
the
the smoke
rocket,
in
not
the
under
way.
it.
Yeah.
Stay where we are.
No. Move to like where I'm standing now. Okay. Perfect.
Busy.
Yeah, looking up like that.
I hope you will know how to count to 30 in Japanese by the end of this.
I know, because my language.
I'm sure. Yay.
You smell that?
Thermal batteries activation. Solid motor sunstat ignition.
Wow, so many rockets.
One more.
What? 3?
Okay then. Shall we get going to the next world?
Yeah.
Before we go, I am obligated to ask, are any of you Vket staff, ambassadors, GAs, lab streamers, or equivalents?
I am not.
Okay.
So, do I
Okay,
continue or do I not?
You are allowed to continue live streaming, but at the world's creator's request, the next world can't show up on any official VCAP broadcasts. So,
Like I said, I have permission to stream this.
I wonder if it's still warm enough.
I was given exclusive permission by Kimika to stream this, so here I am.
Everyone just wait here.
Thank you, merci. 80.
I think they did a little too hot still.
Anti-80. Yeah.
No, that's perfect.
Nice. How was it? How was delicious burnt charcoal marshmallow?
Tastes like thermite.
Delicious.
Oh, that's fun.
Tastes like aluminium oxide.
Aluminium oxide, yes. Very based. Okay. Everyone get in here.
Aluminium oxide in the morning.
Let's go.
Oh. Woohoo.
So, Kimika-san, is this going to be the last world, or do we have others after this?
Yes, this will be the last world in this tour.
Okay, 10-4.
Okay. We'll wait for everyone else to file in.
It's a test of who has the best internet now.
I mean, this world isn't that horribly bloated.
Hey, Kimika.
Yes,
There is
what is
problem
that?
here. Not everyone see portal.
Ah ouais.
Three
Not
people
everyone.
are there and they don't see portal.
M'ajoute au groupe.
Oh crap. Okay. Stay here, I'll deal with this.
VSP. T'as le VSP, mais t'as aussi le groupe. Il est global. Quel groupe? Oui, si c'est un groupe. Je peux join, ok. Il n'y a pas besoin de request. Join. Tac. Voilà.
Knowing that Kimika has left the instance.
Okay, since Kimika is not here, I can do some magic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it was worth it. It's cute. Oh. Ah.
Les modélisations sont assez détaillées, c'est bien. Normalement.
Magic. Oh.
Tac. C'est dur.
All right, while we wait, I guess we'll get a look, a sample look at this.
It's over now.
Oh.
C'est grand. Moi, j'ai déjà vu Ariane 5 au Bourget, en taille réelle. Ah, mais j'ai pas d'eau Bourget. Si genre tu
Whoever-
veux, là, t'as une
whoever's
maquette
doing that, please stop.
échelle 1 de Ariane 5. Qui est
Okay.
aussi concorde évidemment, mais.
Okay.
Celle-ci,
Let's
je
store
pense,
it.
c'est comparable. Hein, c'est dans la
Just
même
the join
catégorie, à peu près.
animation thing?
Vingtaine de
I
tonnes
don't
en
know. I
base,
don't know.
All I
Okay.
know is
Let me go.
magic. It was magic. That's all it was.
Okay. So this here, everyone gather around. Everyone gather around. This here is Tanegashima Space Center, and this is Japan's main facility for liquid propellant rockets. So that their thing, that is a that thing has a liquid hydrogen tank and a liquid oxygen tank and another liquid hydrogen tank and another liquid oxygen tank. There's a lot of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen in there. So this is the H3 rocket, a 30S variant, and this is Japan's first orbital rocket that uses only liquid propellant rocket engines. There are no solid rocket boosters on this system. So I guess this facility was previously used for H2A and H2B, which we'll see an H2A in there, but H2A was in service from 2001 to 2025 and flew 50 times. H2B was in service from 2009 to 2020 and flew 9 times, and H2B was used to launch resupply missions to the International Space Station. H3, this thing here, was entered service in 2023 and is Japan's current primary liquid propellant space launch vehicle. The other variants have solid, like 2 or 4 solid rocket boosters, depending on the level of performance that's needed to deliver the payload. But this here, they have no solid rocket boosters for smaller payloads because they think this is going to be a more cost-effective solution than like launching it using solid rocket boosters. There is some range of payloads for which this is the cheaper solution. So now we can walk up under the launch platform. Also, I hope you're getting some perspective of how big this rocket is. It's big. Okay.
You thought I was gonna say it, didn't you?
If you look here, we have the 3 main engines.
Whoa!
Oh no! Don't try not to fall.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
If you look here, there are the 3 main engines. The other variants of this rocket actually only have 2 main engines, but this one has 3 because it needs more thrust from the liquid rocket engines in order to get off the ground. In the other variants, the solid rocket boosters provide the necessary additional thrust for that. So this one, I think this variant's first flight was about a month ago, and everything went great with it. The H3 rocket series, so far it's flown, it has flown 8 times, and 2 of those launches were failures. The first flight failed because I think there were 2 other possible causes that I don't remember, but I think there were issues with the vibrations on the upper stage that couldn't be simulated in ground testing, which dislodged, which damaged the electronics used to ignite the upper stage engine. And so the first stage went up fine, and the second stage failed because the engine would not ignite, and so they lost a really expensive Earth observation satellite on that mission. They assumed the rocket was conservatively designed enough that they didn't need a separate test flight, and I guess that gamble did not work out well for them. And then there was another failure on Flight 8, or it's Flight 8, where resin in the payload adapter unevenly cured due to uneven heating, which caused the composite material to delaminate and shear apart. When the payload fairing, like the white shell around the nose of the rocket, when that separated, the satellite literally fell off, struck the liquid hydrogen tank, caused a hydrogen leak, and then it didn't make it. It probably fell in the ocean somewhere. So there have been some unfortunate setbacks for this program, but like there were very brilliant people working on this, and they are very good at diagnosing and rectifying failure modes. If there's anything I've seen, like the Japanese space. Yeah, go.
So
yeah, what is it?
The front fell off.
Yeah, literally, the front fell off. Yeah. For those of you wondering, the Japanese space program's total budget, it's like 5% of NASA's. So it is these people are miracle workers. These people are miracle workers given how much money they get.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, so that's enough of me lecturing about these.
Come on. I need a longer stay.
Okay. So now let's teleport. Click this thing to teleport.
Yeah.
And now we will launch the rocket. Before we launch the rocket, though, we have to open the arms on the launch tower. You'll notice that this launch tower is somewhat more complex than the last one because there are provisions for supplying various commodities to the rocket. Like, you have to load the propellant from some external source. With the other rockets, like, you have the solid propellant in the solid rocket motors, and then any liquid propellants on board could be stored or indefinitely storable at ambient temperature. They won't just boil off. But the stuff in here, this just boils off. Like, liquid hydrogen boils at 21 Kelvin. So, yeah, you can't exactly just store this rocket with a bunch of propellant inside. And you have to load it right before you launch it, basically. Okay, are the arms moving? I don't know if you could see the arm. Did you see the arms on the launch tower moving?
I don't think they're moving yet. I mean, I thought they're still attached, and the arms are, I think, so thick now.
Yeah, they're attached.
Okay, there was one thing that like wraps around the fuselage of the rocket, which should have retracted. So let's play launch animation.
フライトモードオン同様電池起動全システム準備完了メインエンジンスタート
Not much smoke this time.
Yes, glad you noticed. There is not that much smoke this time. So with the other rockets that we were looking at, those use solid rocket boosters, which spit out a ton of aluminium oxide smoke. This thing, it's only burning hydrogen to oxygen. So the exhaust products are basically just water and excess hydrogen. And so there were no solid particles in the exhaust. It's all just transparent gas. And so there's just absolutely no smoke trail at all. Funny you say that about it being eco-friendly, because actually high water vapor being injected into the upper atmosphere by rocket exhaust is pretty bad in terms of greenhouse gas. At low altitudes, water vapor in the atmosphere is regulated by the water cycle, but at high altitudes that doesn't really work. And so it's actually quite bad. It's quite bad in terms of like greenhouse gas effects. Okay. Now, if you want to see what the rocket looks like from the perspective of somebody who's actually watching the rocket launch, they would not allow you to come this close while the rocket is going. The closest that members of the public are allowed to be would be about 4 kilometers. So here, click this red square.
Ah, ok, putain.
Oh, wow.
C'est la vraie distance, ça. Ouh.
I need to start the animation. Everyone, just wait here.
C'est les distances plus de où les gens du public peuvent voir.
Ouais, ça fait loin.
Bah, si tu regardes un peu les vidéos des gens qui sont, par exemple, au centre spatial guyanais,
Everyone, grab your best cameras and telescopes.
Binoculars.
Watch animations on. One thing you're actually going to notice is that the speed of sound delay is accurately modeled.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, hear it now.
That is a cool sound effect.
Like it glitched out in a game and it's just going up into the sky.
The underrated outside of having solid boosters on your rocket, it allows the public to actually see that the rocket is going.
Yeah. Without some like telescope or super high zoom camera. But yeah, that is what that looks like. So now if we that's what that looks like. Let's respawn now.
Okay.
Okay. All of you are going to go under the launch platform now. Go under the launch platform.
Seriously, bro? You're trying to kill your tour attendees?
Yes.
I guess you can cook that marshmallow now.
I think we can get through the next one,
to
guys.
remove the aluminium oxide from the previous ones.
Mind your step.
Hey, don't go inside. Stand along the railing.
Step.
It's good.
We're upstairs. We're on the railing. We're not all the way down here.
Oh.
Wow.
I thought he wanted to burn us into little crisps again.
No. I mean, you'll still get burned to little crisps, just not quite as badly. Okay.
I guess you can try to cook your marshmallow now.
Okay. So I am going to start the launch animation again. I don't know if I will be able to get back here in time, but what I want you to pay attention for. So there are these things here. These dump a lot of water into the flame trench. And those are meant that's meant to suppress the sound waves that are being emitted by the rocket engines. Because otherwise what happens is that the sound waves, they reflect off the concrete, they reflect back towards the rocket, and they damage the rocket. So that's what the water is meant to protect from. Oops. Oh, yikes.
Of all the people.
Forgive my stick drift.
Don't go there, insane.
So yeah, of course, these are also meant to protect the concrete, the infrastructure from the heating that's produced by the rocket engines. The heat of the exhaust is literally hot enough to boil iron.
Oh golly.
Yes. So yeah, it did not work out well for SpaceX when they tried to build a rocket launch mount that did not have a water deluge system.
No.
It did not work out well for them. Another thing I want you to pay attention for, there is going to be things that like spray sparks underneath the engines. You might have seen similar things on like space shuttle photos, but those are meant to burn off excess hydrogen under the launch pad, so it doesn't accumulate when the rocket's preparing to launch. All right, got that? Pay attention here. Don't look at me. I'm gonna go start the thing now.
I've heard of engine-rich exhaust, but that was the first time I've ever seen pad-rich exhaust.
Yeah.
You know, I've never been on a tour where the tour guide has tried to kill us multiple times.
Wow.
That is a lot of water.
It's a sparklers.
Sparks. There's the water.
全システム準備完了。メインエンジンスタート。
Where's the main engine starts?
Oh, hey, they even have the shock diamonds.
Wow.
Beautiful, right?
Now, if we actually were standing here, we'd also not only get like burnt to a crisp, all of our internals would be turned into
humans
flesh.
You humans will.
Water.
Yes. The sound waves.
I would survive.
The water protects the rocket from the sound waves. The sound waves alone would absolutely murder all of you.
Yeah, like we would get turned into goop.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So there's that. What else do I? Okay.
Qu'est-ce que tu disais?
I also. What else do I want to do?
À un moment, t'avais.
So in a little bit, we'll go inside the vehicle assembly building. It's actually also pretty cool, but I want to take a group photo in front of the launch mount as well.
T'as le centre spatial guyanais, t'as une chaîne YouTube.
Just need to wait for the rocket to respawn. Okay, everyone stand like here. I need to wait for the rocket to respawn. The rocket needs to respawn first.
Yeah, give it about about 6 or so months.
There it is.
Yeah, right.
Man, this reusable rocket technology is crazy.
Yeah. If only reality worked the way VR chat did. Okay, hold on. All right. Awesome. Let's make sure everyone else gets their photos in too. Oh. Okay. All right.
Yay.
Wait, don't move. Stay there.
Oh, what the? I'm stick drifting.
Okay. Cool. So now, you know what? Stay here. I'm gonna cook you all to a crisp again.
Can't get enough of it, kid.
How about this? No, I'll watch you all instead.
Okay.
When will you be satisfied? When will you have had enough torturing us? Putting us to sleep.
He likes us too much, doesn't he?
フライトモードオン。不動用電池起動。全システム準備完了。メインエンジンスタート。
Okay. That is enough of those shenanigans. Now we will go inside the vehicle assembly building. You want to see how rockets are assembled? Let's see how rockets are assembled. No. Click here. There's a teleporter.
You don't have to.
You know, that's one of the rare times Kimika-san did not make us walk.
Is everyone here? Okay. Okay. Follow me. We're going to go on
So how are rockets made? Well, in the U.S. it's the Department of Transportation.
What is its DOT number? 6769420. But tish.
The Department of Transportation and Congress love each other very much.
Okay. No, not the stairs. We just walk through this wall. There's no collider on this wall.
Uh-huh.
Here.
Wow, that's realistic.
Wow.
I'm just walking right in. Don't mind me.
What a great way of bypassing security.
I'm just walking right in. Don't mind me.
The only way we can break in
I
there.
came here to buy one rocket, please.
Yes. So this is where rockets get assembled. So actually, how this works in Japan, this launch facility is on an island. It's Tanegashima, which is like south of the Japanese main island. So they actually bring in the rocket parts by boat. Like there's a boat that brings in the core stage, a boat that brings they bring in
Damn
the
right.
core stage by boat, they bring in the upper stage by boat, they bring in the payload by boat, they bring in the boosters by boat, and then they put all that stuff together here. So if you want to see, so this is an empty integration bay. If you want to see one that has something in it, you come over here.
Oh.
And like there's a whole like this whole mobile launch platform which actually gets moved out to the pad and they integrate the rocket on top of it. So this here is H2A, which is a different rocket from the one that we saw earlier. This was in operation from 2001 to 2025, and it was very reliable, 98% success rate. So, let's see. So we can also go up.
Oh,
I'm here.
Oh yeah.
We can go up.
Go up.
If you click here, you can go up. Go up to I think the 3rd floor.
Go up.
Yeah, not here. 3rd floor. 3rd floor. 3rd floor.
It's fun here.
Okay, everyone hold here.
Sorry.
I hope nobody went above us. It would be a problem if anyone went above us. But if you look here, you can see the boosters. The boosters. You can see the LE-7A, the main engine. And you'll notice there's only one main engine there, as opposed to 2 or 3. Interestingly, the LE-7A was actually a more efficient engine than the LE-9 engines that you have on the H-3 rocket. Japan decided to make a rocket with simpler and cheaper engines that's just bigger. So the engines on H-3 are less efficient, but you get more performance because the rocket is bigger. I think one of the great axioms of rocket engineering is propellant is cheap, engines are expensive. So that is a trade-off that makes sense at some point. Yes. But you can also see like the booster attachment mechanisms on the sides there. Yeah. Okay. So there's that view. And if you want to go up, or go up more, 4th floor. Okay, come here. Don't go up more. Stay here. There are stairs past this point.
Just 4th floor?
Well, this is just the 4th floor. Yeah. Go up here. Okay.
Stairs beyond this point.
Yes. I like making people take the stairs. It makes the crowd easier to manage. But yeah, here you can see another view of the booster separation system. You can see in the scaffolding there are actually 4 holes for boosters to go. Only 2 are being used, but H2A can use up to 4 of these boosters. Yes, and then if you see this pipe on the side, actually it's easier if hold on. Okay, if I just go out onto the scaffolding, which you can just go out through the store. Okay.
That is
These
lit
things
over
here-
there.
Yep. So these white things here, these are the separation mechanisms for the side booster. This thing's the attachment points, and this yellowish pipe thing, the yellowish pipe thing that goes up along the side of the tank, that's the oxygen pipe. So the oxygen, the way this works, you have the big hydrogen tank on the bottom, with a light yellow intertank. It says Nippon on the side of the hydrogen tank and H2A on the side of the oxygen tank. So this pipe, oxygen comes down from there into the engine. You need to get the oxygen to go somewhere somehow. The oxygen will not magically power your rocket if it is just up there. Any questions?
Look at you levitating, damn.
Okay. All right, let's go up more then.
Oh.
Wow.
Nope.
Don't mind me just walking through the gate.
Okay.
The scariest thing, the scariest hazard of all.
Just walking through it, don't mind me.
I don't think you should be going to space.
Okay. So here we can see the top of the solid rocket booster separation mechanism.
Wow.
And more propellant tank. When this rocket is ready to launch, all of this is full of hydrogen. Just liquid hydrogen. That's a lot of stuff. And then the higher up is liquid oxygen. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. Go up. Let's go up more.
All the individual little panels on the platform are labeled.
That is interesting.
Do you want me to?
Also, one thing I noticed is that a lot of the Japanese technical in general, technical things tend to have like this exact shade of green on
Interesting,
floors.
Yeah. Huh.
I've never really. It's like I don't know what the specific reason for that shade of green is, but I just see it a lot.
Because it looks nice.
Okay. So this is the top of the core stage of the H2A rocket. So this will.
Oh.
So everything below here, this powers the rocket for the first like 6 minutes of flight. And then on top of here, there's another stage. There's another stage which has its own hydrogen tank and oxygen tank and its own engine. That would be LE5B2. Then above that, that's where you would put the payload. So like your satellite that's going to space. So there would be more things stacked on top of here.
Yep. Tech issue. See, this is what happens every time I crash. It never reconnects me to the instance. So yeah. This is a default instance. I'm gonna DM him. I love you, VR chat, but fuck you, VR chat. Okay, now back to trying to be professional. I don't know how to get back, dude. So yeah. Oh my god. So we're gonna have to warp back. Like I'm streaming an important event, and then of course this shit happens. And I can curse on this because of, what happened at the start. So I'm sure a little curse word from me would be okay.
What's the difference between the H3 and the Saturn V? As far as like the smoke and
Oh
what
yeah,
fuel
well,
it's breathing. Rather than I know it's hydrogen and oxygen, but
well, as far as the molecular basis for that goes, it's like Saturn V first stage uses kerosene, right? So when you burn
do you know that?
kerosene, what? Oh. So when you burn kerosene, that kerosene has a lot of carbon in it, and like long chain hydrocarbons. So, and there's a stoichiometric excess of the kerosene, so some of it, so it incompletely burns. And so when you do the combustion, you have like residual soot particles from uncombusted hydrocarbons, which will then leave behind like an opaque smoke, which is visible from the ground. The carbon also induces a yellow color in the flame, which you don't really see with the
Kimika, after you finish answering questions, can you repeat the entire last 10 minutes of your lecture just for me, please?
That can be arranged.
I love VRChat, but fuck VRChat at the same time.
Okay. What was there?
I'd like keep that in mind. I mean, I'll probably be asking more questions about that when I'm working on my worlds.
I have a whole presentation on my schedule for the chemistry of rocket. Oh right, I should have given proper closing announcements. Everyone get back here. Oh dear.
Sorry, I'm asking questions and get distracted.
I'm being a little bit scatterbrained right now because I woke up at 7 a.m. today so that I could meet with the world creator for one of the worlds that's on my tour schedule. She wanted to show me the features in the world herself, so that I would know what to do with it in my events. And I am very grateful that she did that because I am not very good with astronomy things. Like VSP has 4 major areas of like specialization. Like there's orbital rocketry, spacecraft, astronomy, and astrophysics. I am not very good with the astronomy stuff, but I had to. But like, the astronomy stuff is a very big part of VSP, so like I really wanted to do an event of that. Here's the rest of my event schedule. If any of you want to download it, there is a lot more of this happening soon. So I hope you are excited. Please bring your friends. Yeah, thank you so much for showing up to this here event. I'm very glad that people seem to enjoy it. Did everyone have fun?
Yes, of course.
I stay with rockets, of course. I'm sorry, I'm right up in front. I'm trying to grab something and I can't see me.
Okay. What was your favorite part?
There it is.
What was your favorite part of the event?
I really liked the when we were far away from when we saw it from the distance from that beach. The audio sounded really good.
Yeah.
And like it was that actual audio from the launch, or was it just like generic rocket noises?
I don't actually know. But I don't actually know, but it would not surprise me if it was actual audio. The thing is, like,
this building is crazy.
The people who make these worlds never cease to amaze me with just how attentive they are to detail. They are just absolutely crazy with what they do, and I am.
It really is Andromeda.
Yeah. It really is like one of the greatest blessings. Yeah, that is yes. It really is one of the greatest blessings of my entire internet experience that I get to work with these people. I mean, they are a Japanese group, and there are very few
Andromeda,
foreigners
or is that a different galaxy?
But there are very few other foreigners involved. But I am happy that they have adopted me, and I get to do these things for them.
Well, how can we get a picture of the Milky Way?
No,
if you want the entire Milky Way.
Love about the stuff about VR. I think I'm in it.
Yeah, if you want to join this group, this is the group that's responsible for all these things.
Is this Andromeda? Or is this a different galaxy? Is Andromeda?
Right, well.
Yeah, I thought so.
We're looking at pictures.
Thank you so much for your support for this event.
This is the Milky Way.
Yeah.
This is how we see the Milky Way.
If you got any other questions, I think that's all I need to say. Just like, please support this group. They are amazing. I can't say that enough. And yeah, if you want to see more things like this, nobody does it like them.
I get my world done.
Yeah.
No, this is passion for real.
Yes, this is crazy passion. Yeah.
I don't speak Japanese and don't understand Japanese at all, but is it useful to come to the Japanese only session, or?
Well, I guess the way things go with the Japanese sessions, it's like if you already have some prior knowledge about the subject matter, you will probably enjoy what you see. If they're doing a world tour, at least you'll see a nice world. If they're doing presentation, like VSP has some people who do really impressive slideshow presentations, and it's like the visuals are good enough that if you have some prior knowledge of the subject matter, you will be able to figure out what's going on. There are also like translation tools that exist, so they're not very reliable, but they might help with something. Yeah. I really would love to see more people from outside Japan attending the Japanese VSP sessions. If you come to a Japanese VSP session and I am there, please do not hesitate to ask me for help because I go to a lot of those sessions. But yeah. Okay. Any other questions about anything? No.
I'm not smart enough to know what questions to ask.
It's okay. I understand that these things might be a little bit intimidating. These things might be a little bit intimidating. There's a lot of there's a lot of engineering that goes into all of this. And for the world creators, there's a lot of scrounging through whatever publicly available information they can find to make things like this.
I know that all too well, actually.
Yeah, it's like, to the best of my knowledge, the creator of this world does not have any sort of access to insider information from JAXA about any of these facilities. What you see is entirely reproduced from publicly available sources.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes,
I'm a fan of Sasagiri.
You know
what
who
he does is. I mean, I've seen most of this world. It's very nice.
I suppose this would be the one world of his that you haven't seen.
Yes, I did not see this one before.
Well.
Je vais tout le monde remarquer que c'était un Zagari.
We can keep going up?
You can keep going up, but I don't think there's much to see. Like, you can see there's more scaffolding up there for the core stage and for the upper stage and the payload, but that's currently retracted. So you'll probably get a boring view where you look at scaffolding.
I wonder if the other stairs over there can do some stuff.
Okay.
So, Kamika, just real quick, because I obviously didn't get it because I had the issue because VR chat is VR chat. Was there anything you said like the moment around like when I don't know where exactly in the tour it was, but it was basically somewhere here. Like, I guess when I came back, people were already asking questions. So maybe the last things before you said any questions, just make sure I got it.
I was just explaining how like this is the top of the core stage. The core stage powers the rocket for about 6 minutes after launch. And then above here, when the rocket is in launch configuration, you would have an upper stage, which has its own propellant tanks and engine. And then above that, you would have the payload and the payload fairing. So there is more stuff that would be installed on top of here. This is not a complete rocket. But at least, hopefully this gives some sense of what the rocket looks like when it is, being assembled from the components that are shipped by boat.
All right. All right, we good then. So I barely missed anything.
Thank you for your support. Yeah, thank you for joining me here. I'm always very grateful to event attendees because like it is difficult for me to promote events to people because it's very difficult because my entire internet presence is in Japanese. And so like like if I post something on Twitter, like a bunch of my Japanese friends will see it, and literally nobody that speaks English will see it.
Okay, let me get these prints because this is funny. Prints are funny.
Space test how I got here. I really don't understand how I got here, but like I am a I guess I am an
Very
honorary
nice.
resident of virtual Japan who yes. I'm an honorary resident of virtual Japan who makes very efficient usage of translation tools to connect with Japanese space enthusiasts. And yeah.
All right, Kimika. So this is the end of the tour. Cut the stream
Yes.
or keep going. Okay.
I think that covers everything important. You are welcome to cut the stream now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So just want to say it was a pleasure to meet all of you, and
no
hopefully we
problem.
see you again.
you
Join the
enjoy
group.
the event.
I would love to see you all again. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Let's go.
And as for everyone who saw this, thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned
See my
something.
event schedule for more events that we have happening. Please look here. Please look here.
Yeah, Audio Rush.
There is
So
more
yeah,
stuff coming up.
become a VR chat player, and I taught everyone something. So Audio Rush, it's good to see you here. Yeah.
This tour is
Listen, you can watch the Twitch VOD. It was amazing. I encourage you to watch the Twitch VOD. This is also going to be exported to my YouTube.
I planned to
Also, in
really
case you're
pack
wondering why
event
you
schedule.
haven't seen my Discord in a while, yeah, I don't have the Discord anymore. Sorry. So
Look,
yeah,
we had joined
definitely
the
watch
group,
this.
like,
Highly
a
recommended.
few years ago,
So
but
take
I
care.
never attended
Talk to me
any
after.
of
Like,
these
come find me on
events, but
Discord.
I
Talk to me
still
after. Would love to get
followed,
back with
like,
you.
the
I mean, talk to you
announcement of
again. So
events,
take care.
and when I saw
Thank
that
you
they
for
started
watching.
to
He was
organize
asking
some
about the
English
Silent 5
events,
or whatever you're talking